Hey team, wanted to make a video because it has been officially the 2 weeks since I have been no data, no Wi-Fi at the house. It is over. Woohoo! I will say this week I felt like it was harder. I felt like, but also easier too because I knew what I had to do. I had to figure out some tech things for work, and so that was kind of my main thing. I knew that I needed my audiobooks at home. I knew that I needed to handle that when I was at work with Wi-Fi and data. I did go out to get Wi-Fi. One time I went to the McDonald's. I made a video. It was Veterans Day. And so I went out for the Wi-Fi connection before I had work that day, and it was so not productive. It was really, really bad. I wanted it to be productive. I have so much, and I was not able to do nearly enough. And so that was kind of a wake-up call, just because it was messy. And then I have Wi-Fi and data now, and so I am pleased. I made a list last night because I knew I was going to have so much to do. I had a presentation today, and of course, because I've not been able to be online, I thought it was later this afternoon. I couldn't double check, and so I was planning on working on it this morning, and then I look at the event, and lo and behold, it was for this morning. And so that means my systems were goofed, and I knew it was today, but I thought it was this afternoon, this evening. And sometimes on my personal calendar I'll put my reminder in the morning just so I know it's happening tonight. And so that's why when the actual time was on my calendar, I thought it was just saying tonight it's gonna be. So I had it on my calendar, but I wasn't able to get online to double check on the actual event page. And so I was there, and I was there just a tiny bit late, and it was fine, but it was not cute. It was not cute at all. So I really like having my technology, but I've had a backlog, and so I made a list last night, and I knew that the presentation was coming, and I knew that it was my priority this morning, and so it was just knock it out, and we did it. I'm going to modify it and make it a little more professional, and then redo it, but just because of the helter-skelter lack of the last minute changes that I wanted to make. So we will do that today, no doubt, but I had a whole bunch of stuff that's just on the, I now do this, and instead this morning I've been figuring out these nuancy little blurb things. So like, and most of it's like basic, I'm adulting, so like accounting things. I feel like there was a clerical error, so then I had to email and figure that out, and I finally got some my online stuff, the two-step verification stuff worked out, and to a certain extent, so I still have to look at that, but I want to make sure that the clerical error is taken care of first. And so it's just yikes, so much going on. I did go grocery shopping this morning, so that's good. Got that taken care of, and now we're just gonna have to see what's going on. We'll have to see what's up. I am not walking to work today, just because I asked my mother if she would be willing to pick me up later today, just in case. She said she didn't want to. She doesn't want to leave the house later, which means I had the opportunity to either walk or to drive, and just because it's Friday, I didn't want to have to worry about all the traffic. I didn't want to be out on the roads for the 2-hour commute. So I said, we'll take it easy and we will just borrow the car. So that's good. Maybe I can make the most of it again today. I do have another bag for cleanup, so I can do that. And I've got other errands. Of course, there are always errands to run. If you're walking and you don't have time, there are always little things, little nuances. Just quick stop here and drop that off there. Okay, go, go, go. So there are things that I can do. That's fine. So I will say I found out every time I use Anon, this is harkening back to the earlier challenge, the videos I posted earlier this week of you just using cash to pay for things. I found out that I was getting charged a $2.50 maintenance fee from the ATM itself, and I was also getting charged $3 from my bank. So every time I was using a non-bank specific ATM, so I was losing $5 every time that I was using an ATM. So I don't care for that. I don't care for that at all. I did not realize it was, $2.50 is even a little bit higher than I would want, but it was like fine for the convenience fee. But a full like $5 is like, no, that's how many packages of ramen? Oof, that's a lot of ramen. So we are rethinking that. I am one of the off turns. I can go to the Wells Fargo ATM later and repay back my mother the money that I borrowed earlier this week. I did end up borrowing a little money from her since I couldn't figure out my daily pay on time. So it's been a mess. Not having the technology just was that much harder. But I will say, coming home, I've been able to catch up on some of the other projects that I've been meaning to get to that I haven't gotten to yet. So like I cleaned a little more of my room, and then I did a few things for Native American Heritage Month, but that's nice. That's good. And I think it's because I don't have the technology that I was able to kind of settle in and just get some of that stuff taken care of. But I've still got more to do. And maybe it might not be the lack of technology either. Just maybe it was just because I was doing a lot of sewing and prepping for the holidays. So maybe it was just like the due course, the natural progression of things. So maybe the technology didn't have much to do with it, but I know I was struggling to come up with things for those downtimes, especially since I'm still ambivalent about the book that I feel like maybe got hacked by internet trolls, maybe didn't. So I was like, what am I supposed to do in this downtime? I've got a half hour before bed. And I don't have internet connection, so I ended up putzing on my phone with some of my old photos. That was a good time filler. And again, I came up with my to-do list for today. That's not happening. It's half happening, half not happening. So because I should be walking to work now, I'm not walking to work now, and so I'm improvising, and but there's so much to do, So happy holidays. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're having a great Native American Heritage Month. I hope you had a great Veterans Day, all sorts of things, and have a good one. I'll talk to you later.